Hey guys, it's Luke, and in this video we are going to talk about how you can create your English learning lifestyle, which is very important. But before we get started with that, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the video, and don't forget to check out my courses in the links in the description. Okay, let's begin. The most successful English learners, the most successful learners of any language, or maybe anything, are the ones who build a lifestyle around what they're learning. Create a lifestyle that includes learning that thing, learning that language, learning English. And we're going to talk about how to do that in a moment, but first we should say why. Why is that true? Well, let's take a very simple example, okay? I want to lose some weight because I'm too fat. Okay. So what do I do? Well, some people say, I'm going to go on a diet. So you go on a diet and you eat only lettuce and carrots for 2 weeks and you lose weight. Oh, great. I'm losing weight. Lettuce, carrots, carrots and lettuce, right? And then after 2 weeks, what do? Oh, I lost so much weight. Someone bring me some ice cream quickly. I need to celebrate. And you eat ice cream and it comes back, right? That's what happens. Why? Because you started off from the beginning saying, I'm going to do this very difficult, painful thing for 2 weeks. And then when it's over, I will have succeeded. And then I'm going to go back to what I was doing before. This is not a successful way to lose weight. Everybody knows that. You have to make it a daily thing that goes on forever. Exercising and eating healthy food, everybody knows that. But when it comes to learning, we don't often think of it that way. But we really should. If you say, for example, I'm going to learn like crazy for the next couple of months, or the next 2 weeks, or whatever, it's not a great strategy. It's not a great way to plan out how you're going to improve your English. Instead, you have to think about how you can build a lifestyle that can last indefinitely, that can last forever, that doesn't have an end point. Now, of course, you can have goals that have end points, and that's good, but your lifestyle should be something that can continue forever because it's just part of what you do, right? Getting up and taking a shower every day, or maybe before you go to bed and brushing your teeth and all of that stuff, it's part of your life, right? Going to work and going to meetings maybe, putting your pants on in the morning, all of this stuff is part of your daily life. So we have to figure out how to make learning English part of our daily lives. That's what we have to figure out. Hopefully now it's clear why you should do it. Now, let's talk about what you can actually do to create your English learning lifestyle. Now, the first thing that you have to do, and this may be the most important, is find a window into the language. A window into the language. What does that mean? It means that you have to find a connection to learning the language that you really enjoy, that you don't have to force yourself to do. Sit down and, okay, I'm going to do this for 20 minutes. Oh, it's finished. Oh, thank God. If it's like that, it's going to be very difficult for you to keep that going for a long time. But if you find a window, something that you're really passionate about, something that you care about, the time is going to fly by. And maybe you're interested in that thing and English learning happens by the way. So you can combine an interest and learning a language together. How can you do that? Well, it could be as simple as watching movies. If you love watching movies, figure out a way to learn from watching movies. Now, that's not always the best way, because sometimes when we watch movies, we're kind of too lazy to pay attention. But if that's what you're really interested in, maybe figure out a way to combine learning and watching movies, like taking notes as you watch the movie or watching with only English subtitles. I promise you, if you're interested in something, you will be able to find a group of English speakers who are interested in the same thing, very likely. So find a community of people who share that interest, whatever it is. So maybe you're interested in antiques. I'm not really interested in antiques, but maybe you are. So you can find things connected to that. Maybe you can find articles online about the topic. You like the topic and you're learning language along the way because you're reading about something you enjoy. Find a community. There's a website called Reddit. And in Reddit, you can find communities around almost every possible thing. I'm sure that there's a Reddit about antiques. I'm sure that there is. Watch videos online from the Antiques Roadshow or something like that. It's a TV show that travels around and they talk about old stuff. I don't know. So there are lots of things connected to every interest. That's my point. So first, ask yourself, what am I interested in? Sports? Spaceships? History? Antiques? Fruit? Fruit. Yeah, my interest is fruit. That's stupid. All right, not fruit. Maybe not fruit. Well, I don't know. Maybe there are. But you see my point, right? Get involved in the English language community around that thing. And that's really the most important thing you can do. Because once you've gone through the window, then the whole world opens up. So now you might be thinking, okay, I have interests. I will try to figure out how to find my window into the language. Great, but what do I actually do every day? Can you give me some steps? Sure. So let's talk about some specific things you can do on a daily basis or a weekly basis that can help you move forward. Things that are fairly simple that you can maintain or keep doing for a very, very long time, for 10 years, 100 years, 200 years. If you're going to live 200 years, I hope that your English will become really, really good. Make it your goal to spend 20 minutes a day reading something. So if it's around your interest or if it's news or a book or an article, read something 20 minutes a day, every day. Make that a routine. Make it part of your daily commute. You're on the bus, read something while you're on the bus. In English, read something in English on the bus. Make it part of something you're doing on the way somewhere or when you have a break. Maybe you're having a coffee or you're having lunch. Read 20 minutes then. Read for 20 minutes every day. Make it a habit. If you can understand most of what I'm saying, you should be able to understand most TED Talks. Now, I would recommend watching a TED Talk maybe 5 days a week. 5 days a week. Make it part of your routine. TED Talks are about all different topics. The cool thing is you can slow them down if they're too fast, and you can read the transcript underneath each video. You can read the transcript in English, also in your language, and then maybe in English again. Okay? Also, they're over a wide range of topics, so you can get exposure to lots of new vocabulary and phrases, even if you don't understand everything. Personally, I think TED Talks are very interesting. Now, if you want to improve your speaking skills, but you don't have a lot of time, there's a simple exercise that you can do every day. Every day, write down an open question, and then speak about that question out loud. You might say, okay, well, I'm embarrassed to just talk to silence. All right, record yourself on your phone. Turn on your recording app and then speak about that question, answer that question in your own way for 1 or 2 minutes. Can you spend a few minutes a day working on your spoken English? Well, you should be able to if you're serious about improving your English. Now, what should you ask yourself about? Well, it could be an open question like, what movie have you seen recently? Or something like that, and then you talk about the last movie you saw. Or if you're reading every day, you might just summarize the things that you're reading, and that can help you remember what you've read. And if you just do that for a couple minutes a day, 2 minutes a day, answering a simple question, and then listening back to it, you're going to start to build the habit of speaking out loud. You're going to be able to catch some small mistakes when you listen back to what you said. And because you're doing it every day, you're going to build confidence in your speaking skills. Actually, confidence is very important. You don't have to be talking to someone in order to build confidence in your spoken English. You don't have to. You can practice by yourself, record yourself, listen back to it, and you'll also build speaking confidence. The last thing that I would really recommend including in your routine is writing. So once or twice a week, Write something. Write an email to someone. Write an email to yourself. Keep a diary. Journal. What did you do today? What did you learn today from the TED Talk that you listened to? Or you could ask yourself a question. Write based on a short prompt or question, right? Write something once or twice a week because you're practicing putting sentences together. You're practicing grammar, and that is also a very important part of learning to use the language. Now notice all of the things that I've just recommended. All of these things really help you work on all different skills. Watching TED Talks, right? That's going to help you improve your vocabulary, learn new phrases, right? Watching movies too and reading articles. It's also going to, if you're watching TED Talks, improve your listening, right? Speaking practice and catching mistakes when you listen back. That's very important for confidence, right? For actually improving your pronunciation and your use of the language. Well, you've also got to practice writing. So once or twice a week is enough, but do it regularly and figure out how to put all of these things together in your routine. If you can make it a habit, you will find that after a few months, you're really improving. You'll say, wow, I feel like I'm getting a lot better than I was before. Why? Because you have now sustainable habits, things that can last long term. And that's really the difference between people who get really, really good and people who don't. It's the ones who can keep going, who don't just say, oh, I got to learn English, and then they do something for 3 days, and then they lose their enthusiasm. It's good to be excited. It's good to be enthusiastic. But if you don't build that long-term, real English lifestyle, I'm afraid you really have no chance to be a successful English speaker, English communicator, to succeed in really learning English. So my challenge to you is to take these ideas and figure out what English lifestyle works best for you. Think about what you're really interested in. Find your window. Put together a routine that's going to last you for a long time, and I want to hear about it. So in the comments, let me know what you're doing to build your English learning lifestyle, and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so good luck with that. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. Don't forget to give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out my courses in the links, and I will see you next time.